Hey, I'm Sanya Bari, and welcome to my podcast.
Hello, love, and welcome back to the Love Clarity Podcast, where we make space for the parts of you that have always done too much and the quiet voice inside that's ready to rest. I'm Sanya Bari, relationship trauma therapist, coach, and someone who spent years trying to soften before realizing that I wasn't trying too hard. It was just that I just didn't feel safe. And if you're someone who's ever been told that you're too masculine, you're too in control, or you're not feminine enough, then this episode is for you. There's a story women get told very often: you're too strong, you're too independent, you need to lean into your feminine energy. So, you try, you wear softer clothes, you lower your voice a little bit, you try to be a little bit more easygoing, but underneath, you still feel tense. You still feel guarded and you feel tired because feminine energy isn't something that you can just perform when your body is still feeling like it's in danger. You're not too masculine. You don't feel safe. You're in survival. And that matters. We lead, we plan, we organize every detail because control feels safer than our collapse. It gives us this sense of safety. There could have been a time when no one held your emotions. Maybe you learned to hold on to all of those emotions for yourself. You put them away, and instead you were just strong instead. Maybe there were times when no one noticed your needs, that if you were going to go and tell your needs to someone or go cry out those tears, there was nobody waiting to wipe those tears down, nobody listening, nobody to solve your problems. And then you realize you have to stop having those needs because people would trample all over you. But that's not dysfunction. That's wisdom under pressure. That's survival. So no, your doing self isn't the enemy. That's not there's nothing wrong or bad with you. That part of you, she saved you. It was a very important part of your survival mechanism, but now she's tired. And she's ready to be held too, to be cherished too. A lot of women who are shakers and doers and movers of the world just get sick and tired of always taking care of everybody. It's like, when is it my turn? When do I get to be cherished? Why is it that all of these girls, all of these people get to be cherished like that? Like, what am I doing that they are not doing, or the other way around? I remember being told, men want softness. You need to be more feminine. So I did try. I wore the dress. I wore, the soft colors. I stayed quiet when I really wanted to speak. I didn't ask too many questions. I didn't ask, too much in case I was going to be too much. But inside, I just felt like a farce. I felt like I was betraying myself because you can't perform softness while your body is it still feels like something's uncomfortable, that you're fighting, that you're not safe. In the beginning, there used to be a time when I was younger when I used to say to the man in my life that I'd say, well, of course I'm being masculine. You're not making me feel safe. That's when women get masculine, when they don't feel safe, that they have to come and overtake and overdo and overperform because you're not being masculine, or you're not making me feel safe. I used to say that when I was younger. Well, that part is still true, that women will become masculine when they don't feel safe. They will take matters into their own hands. What I understand is that holding someone else responsible for making me feel safe is like solving one problem by creating another one. There is no one that has the power to truly make me feel safe other than me. And in those cases where other people have been able to make me feel safe, or other things or situations have been able to make me feel safe, those people, things, and situations become the beginning of my end. They are the things and the situations that end up hurting me. When there is something that is conditional, when there's a condition to your safety, when you allow that to happen, that conditional safety, then what you're also simultaneously doing is that you're accidentally giving power to that thing, to that person, to that situation, to take it away from you at will. And the game became for me then to inspire those people to keep on giving me the safety. The game became for me to keep those situations going, to keep those things going, because I started to equate their presence in my life with my safety. And so here was a new prison. The solution to my freedom that I was going for became yet another prison. It wasn't until I started healing the fear underneath it all, for myself on my own, coming to that place of safety at will when I wanted to, whatever I wanted to, without anyone else's accommodation or consent. That's when my softness returned. Now, this time I could actually relax. It wasn't the type of relaxing that, hey, if I start to spread out here, if I start to relax, if I start to, hold up camp here, I don't know who's going to come get me. No, because I was then there with me. I understood that the safety that I feel that I'm relying on, that I'm stepping into, that I'm using as my foundation, is not dependent on anyone but me. It's coming from me. Not because I'm forcing it. Not because I read something somewhere and I'm acting like some type of feminine. But because I actually finally felt safe enough to let it rise, to let my femininity, my feminine energy relax, get expanded, and have that energy of receiving where I could safely receive. It came as a natural response to creating unconditional safety that does not depend on any other conditions other than myself. Safety that depends on no one but me. Let me say this clearly. The real opposite of masculine energy isn't feminine, it's safety. When you feel safe in your body, in your space, in your relationships, you'll soften naturally. It's just a natural response to feeling safe. You're going to breathe slower. You're going to speak more gently and more slowly. You're going to be more open to receiving, to experiences, to imagining, to creativity, to beauty, to life. You won't need to earn love by being impressive. You wouldn't have to keep the watch out on who and what is going to take away from you the safety that you feel. You'll feel loved simply by being present, by being you, just being alive. It'll be a consistent state that you can rely on to feed yourself from it whenever you wish. So if you're trying to fix your energy, stop. And if you are trying to secretly wait for someone on a white stallion to arrive and give you what you need, the safety that you need so that you can relax and let go, stop. And instead, ask yourself, what part of me doesn't feel safe yet? And what would help me soften that right now from within? What does that part that feels unsafe needs to hear from me? It's a misunderstanding when we think that it needs to hear from someone else who doesn't care. No amount of loving, of safety from another person can make up for what you and I need to provide for ourselves. It only needs to hear from us, which is great because we're right here. Ask yourself, how can I use this experience of feeling unsafe and needing to protect and armor up for my loving, safety, and freedom? How can I make this experience for me instead of against me? For my loving, for my safety, for my freedom, instead of against me? against it. Take a deep inhale. Allow yourself to feel your breath, your completely taking all of this air into your lungs, allowing yourself to exhale fully, letting everything that holds you go. And if you've been told your softness is missing, but no one's asked if your safety is missing, I see you. This is what we do inside the Love Clarity Inner Circle, where we use methodology to learn how to create safety for ourselves. We don't teach you how to be more feminine. We teach you how to feel safer in your body, how to create that safety for yourself unconditionally, so your true nature can return. It's not about changing who you are. It's about finally letting go of who you had to be to survive, to make it through. We meet 4 to 6 times a month in real time with real people, learning how to stop performing peace and how to start feeling it, how to start embodying it. Or meet me here again next Wednesday. And until then, I'm Sanya Bari. So much love to you from my heart to yours. Goodbye for now.